Well, welcome back to episode number 2. We're going to be cooking alongside Chef Schulz today, and we're looking for a fabulous show. This gentleman's been around for a long time, won a lot of awards, got to launch his own cookbook. So stay tuned for Dishing It Out, episode number 2. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. So today, of course, we're talking with Chef Stephan Schulz, and I think he's working out of Mississauga today. But really, what we asked Schulz to tell us all about, what he's done over the years. We know that he's just launched his new cookbook, My Simple Recipes. Fantastic. So I think we're here with Jay, our co-host today. Schulz got called away, so what we're going to do is we're going to move forward with Schulz's trend, and it was all about breakfast, and you didn't have to stay over, okay? But as we move through today's show, be lots of great stuff going on. Last show, you guys missed out on what was happening on my cutting board. So we're gonna make sure that we move the camera down there so you can see this great bacon wrapped baguette breakfast. Unbelievable, it's gonna be great. So just stepping up a little bit now, talk a little bit about some of the things that we're gonna do. Chef Schulz said, we're going to do breakfast, we're going to talk about eggs and why it's important. Nah, he didn't really say that. The trends really are about breakfast and people really having a good breakfast in the morning. So that's really what we're going to be working on today. And we got a great lineup of ingredients and some tricks and some fun stuff for you guys to sort of enjoy along the way. So what I wanted to do is we just get set up here. Stay nice and clean, got our gloves, got our prep ready to go. So we're gonna toss the camera down here on the board right away. I want you to see that. All right.
Ecker, Peter.
Yeah.
God,
Jay,
there
you are, buddy.
Talking and talking and talking.
Hey.
You don't stop. You just keep talking and talking and talking. Holy cow.
Oh,
Schulz
sorry,
couldn't
Jay,
get a
we're
word
excited.
in. If he was here, he
Schulz.
couldn't get a word in. He couldn't get a word in.
Chef Schulz throws for a little spoon ride today. So we're gonna work right through all of this because the show must go on and cooking must happen.
So, Ecker, how long you been cooking breakfast in your career?
I started cooking breakfast in about 1980, I guess.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say 1960, but
No. Some of my first job was with the CP hotels at the Skyline Tower in Niagara Falls, and I worked my way through the ranks, did my apprenticeship with those folks over there. It was awesome. But once I moved to breakfast, I'd already done the nighttime stations, and sitting up at the Skyline Tower and watching the sun rise over Niagara Falls I went in early every day. And since then, I've always been a rise and shine early guy.
yeah, I don't know a chef that doesn't get up super early, right?
Yeah, well, I think my leg hurts, and that's why I had to get up.
That's awesome. So what are you gonna do? Let's get into this cooking thing.
Oh, okay, so fantastic. So what I was going to do is I was going to make steak and eggs reinvented. That was really my
steak and eggs.
steak
This is
and
like
eggs.
the oldest dish, I think, that's been around, right?
It has been around for a long time, and I did it for a reason. Chefs really don't have time for a midday eats. We're busy, and so having a big breakfast to carry you through the day, because you know you can't just live on the coffee, although you'd love to. It really was something that helped me out, and so I thought I would do a version of that today for us.
I am blown away here because that is, I think, the oldest dish around. I think
Well, there's no
SVK
cowboys
up
here
there.
today.
Sorry?
There's no cowboys here today, but we got steak and eggs.
Right? And I think a lot of the things that you look at out there in breakfast worlds is, especially after the pandemic and what we're dealing with today, that looking at those traditional dishes, those comfort food dishes, because I would say steak and eggs is definitely a high protein meal that a lot of people are going to be looking at. And there's new data out there right now talking about eating meat again and eating salt, eating fats again. And I just
Yeah.
saw it yesterday and I'm like, oh, here
Yes.
we go.
So we didn't put the bacon on the inside. We put the bacon on the outside. There's no sausage. It's just steak, eggs, and of course a couple of my cool little veggie ingredients. Now, lots of people are talking about cutting back on a little fat or cutting back on some salt. We've done some great vegetarian and vegan style dishes like this with kidney beans and with chickpeas and those types of things. So if you're looking to make a veggie patty instead of the steak, most certainly can do that. Make the gardens ready. Everyone's harvesting in the gardens now in Canada. So lots of people doing a lot of pickling and jardiniere. So this kind of stuff can be great in your breakfast.
All right, let's get into it.
All right, fantastic. So I've done a few things ahead of time, but I really want to, we'll zip you down here just a little bit to the cutting board just for a sec. Right, whoa, there we go. There's all the great prep that we did just a few minutes ago. All right, there it is. Perfect. All right. So the first thing we did is we got ourselves our giant frying pan. Of course, I'm using a sheet pan here, and we made our French toast dip. We're gonna put it right on.
Now, Peter, what do you have on there already? Is that grease?
No, I got a little bit of seasoning and a little bit of the egg from the one that I did ahead of time.
All right.
So there it is. So the whole idea here is this breakfast is my 2-footer again. You guys all were going crazy over the 2-foot sandwich last show. So here we're going to do another crazy sandwich for it. So
now, Peter.
Yeah.
Those are inexpensive, right? Those ain't running people big money, right?
Very inexpensive, Jay.
That's
right?
cheaper than a loaf of bread, I bet you.
Absolutely. And this one here, what we like about it is that after the day or so, when it starts to stiffen up, what do you do with it? Well, what we're going to do is that we're going to open it up and we're going to make it into French toast. We're going to put it right down here on the sheet pan. Oh yeah, just like that. Suck up all the nice egg, and we're going to flash it over here on the flat top.
You're going to put that on.
And while that baby's cooking, we're going to talk about the great prep that we're going to put inside that. Okay, so we have a 2-foot long French toast baguette to start with. Okay, so the great things that we got from the garden, with some beautiful cherry tomatoes. Huh? We pickled some stuff.
You may have to move your camera down. Joe, you don't talk every minute.
Huh? Every minute of the day. All right. So we sauteed up some peppers and some mushrooms. Classic stuff to go on steak, right, Jay?
Peppers and mushrooms.
Yeah. We got some jalapenos from my garden that are wonderful.
Right? Those are out I can.
Jalapenos, cherry tomatoes, all the things. Well, besides my little trick here with some pickles, the classic things that you would normally see in a breakfast sandwich, right? So
not pickles.
I said besides the pickles. It's my little trick secret. People always say, how come your food tastes so good? Oh, it's not always because of the pickles, but you never know. So, all right.
What are you doing over there?
This was the French toast baguette cooking. Look at that.
Are you kidding me?
We're going to open this baby up here. All right. Now, before we get ready to cook this, what we need some great ribeye steak. And there's some Cisco Fine Meats beauties right there. We're going to get these on the charbroiler. This is also great that if you had steak dinner the other day and you had some steaks that were left over, this is also a way to use them. So we'll get the steaks cooking and we'll get ready to stuff our baguette.
Okay, so Peter,
yeah?
Peter, you got to move the camera up a little bit. I can't see.
I'm right there.
Talking to your chest. Because your show, you can't do everything. I'm going to ask you, so does that baguette taste like French toast now?
It does. It's got the cinnamon in there and a little bit of the sugar just for caramelizing, the butter, and the egg and milk.
So for people out there, they could throw bacon in there, right? And throw a little bit of syrup butter?
You can. I mean, just right now, you can
Yeah.
turn it into pretty much anything you want, Jay. You could put it into a bacon and tomato sandwich, right? You can get that BLT going, right? You can put a fried egg sandwich in there, put whatever you like.
Yeah, I was just thinking, just because that would be a cool way of doing, like, reinventing the French toast without using
Yes.
traditional thick bread, or yeah, very
And
cool.
this is where we're headed today. All right, let's get those steaks turned over. We want to make sure we cook them nice and rare. Oh yeah, great steaks. Okay,
Great steaks.
so this baby,
So keep in mind, I can't see what you're doing. You have to lift it up. All right.
this is the bacon we're gonna wrap that baguette in.
Now I'm going to guess that's Cisco branded bacon.
It is Cisco Imperial bacon. Yes, it is.
Now, why is it Imperial, Mr. Smarty?
Well, the Imperial bacon is a true center cut of the belly, and this has really been a story that we've been telling a lot of our folks, customers, and their customers, all about why that bacon tastes so good. Bacon is always cut by the 2 inches per belly, how many slices, and that's why it's really important to stay in the center so you don't get those loose, sloppy pieces. And this is really helps consistency in the restaurants. That's really where we're headed now, is the count, the center cut of the belly, and the trim. This is really important.
You don't want all those pieces that are just all fat and a little piece of meat, right?
Yeah, that's right, Jay. Absolutely. So I think our steak is just about rare, which is what I like in my breakfast. You could cook it a little bit more if you like. You can cook it more towards the well done, but whatever your doneness is or whatever you're liking, it's fine. If your guests are more like the medium, you go medium. That's okay.
Hey, Peter,
Yeah.
while you're cooking those steaks, we're going to run a commercial and come back, okay?
Hey, you know what? That's a great idea.
Peter had a lot of coffee today.
We'll be right back, guys.
All right.
Our table is set, and we have a seat just for you. At Cisco, we love what we do, and that is delivering success for our customers through industry-leading people, products, and solutions. Our team is the difference between good customer relationships and great ones. Your dedicated sales consultant is here to help you grow your business. They will connect you with the products, solutions, and insights you need to grow your profits, streamline your operations, and market your business. They'll offer you customized consultations with our chefs and industry specialists to answer your questions and inspire you. Our specialists can help with protein, fresh local produce, takeout and delivery solutions, and more. And if you simply need someone to answer a quick question, our Customer Connect team is just a phone call or chat message away. Cisco is at the heart of food and service and connecting the world to share food and care for one another. Join us for a seat at the table. Visit cisco.ca to learn more.
All right, and we're back. Fantastic. So, of course, we're supposed to be here with our special guest, Chef Schulz, and he couldn't make it today. So we're carrying on with the trend of breakfast and what's happening, and we're doing a bacon-wrapped baguette breakfast.
Bacon-wrapped baguette breakfast.
With ribeye steak and all the other great stuff that goes in there with the eggs and cheddar cheese and all that stuff. So, are you guys ready to watch it go together?
I don't know, Peter, if we're ready for this. Reinventing the steak. What is the steak and eggs?
This is steak and eggs reinvented, Jay. That's right.
I don't know. I don't know if you can pull it off.
Wait till you see the end result when we put it in the special dipper on the side.
All right, the dipper.
All right, here it is.
All right.
There's the steak. There's the baguette French toast ready to go. All right. So when you guys are working with this here, the important part for me is that we're looking for a little bit of the barrier. So we got some great sliced cheddar cheese that we're going to lay in here.
That's not processed, right?
This is real cheddar that we sliced just a few minutes ago off our Cisco's mild cheddar. Oh, can't have too much cheese. That's beautiful. Now, the important part is the way you put these together. If you don't put it together right, it's going to get soggy. You know, these are all the chef's tricks. So get these kind of things, layered in, and what's happening, we want to create a little bit of a barrier. So we take the item here, like the peppers and the mushrooms, and we're going to add them in on the cheese because these are already been cooked off, so the moisture is less. Okay? We fill the baguette with the peppers and mushrooms. Okay. Then we're going to add the tomatoes now because we want the tomatoes in the middle. Why are they going to be in the middle?
What are those, Peter? What are those?
Those are the like an heirloom style tomato, cherry tomato.
Can you pre-cook those? Fried them?
No. These are just marinated with a little salt, Jay. Yeah.
Okay.
But these are the onions and the red onions, and we did pickle these overnight, and they're ready the next day. And this goes in next. So this
Peter, why are people using shallots nowadays? I'm seeing shallots everywhere.
You know what? God bless the prep cook that has to peel the shallots, but you can buy them from Cisco already peeled, and that's the trend. Just like peeled garlic, you got peeled shallots now, Jay.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Man, I hate peeling shallots.
Again, labor is really short in Canada right now with a lot of great cooks and culinarians. So Cisco's really come out with some new things, and the peeled shallot is definitely that labor saver.
Now, and Peter. You're going into your pitch. Here we go. And a commercial by Peter on shallots.
No, but I just wanted to tell you that, really, when you're getting shallots or you get garlic at home and growing them in your garden, they're really easy. When you're doing a lot of bulk stuff, sometimes it's important to really skip that step, if you will, and get a great quality fresh product that's sort of ready to use. The shallot is a really sweet onion, Jay, and that's why people are really choosing them now, because they're not as pungent. So this is the important part here now, is about cutting up the ribeye. Everything goes in. Everything.
That's big. Okay. Can we get another educational moment? Peter, can we get another educational moment on shallots later on today?
No.
Okay.
But what we can do is we can tell you about this great AAA ribeye that I am definitely going to devour. So we got 1 pound of ribeye. Goes in the baguette.
Now, Peter, this is a steak and eggs reinvented.
It sure is.
Reinvented.
It's going to be a steak and eggs miracle.
The oldest dish known to our industry.
Well, we got to get the jalapenos in here now, Jay. This is really kicking it up.
You pick those from your garden.
Okay. Then, this is when we lay in the pickles.
No.
Why did we put the pickles? Because we're looking for the sweet heat. And these sweet pickles are going to really set it off nice. Now, the star of the show you thought was a baguette, but no, it's really this omega free run egg. And this go right in here.
No.
Yeah, it is. I remember one of the other shows that we did, you said that's not all going to fit in there, and then you were like, wow. Huh? Okay. That is incredible. Look at that. Well, what happens to that next? Well, there's our sheeted bacon, Jay. So we're going to take this
I think I know what you're going to do here.
And we're going to stick this right inside here. Ready? Set?
No, I don't think you're gonna. No, I don't think you're gonna do it. I don't think you're gonna do it. Wow.
Just like that.
You transferred that over with skill.
So, thanks, Jay. And really what you're doing is you're taking the bacon and you're wrapping an entire sandwich around the bacon just like this.
You know, for everyone that's watching us, you can comment. We'd love to see your comments about Peter's incredible French toast meal here, or reinventing the steak and eggs. Right?
Oh,
it is called Dishing It Out. Peter's show's Dishing It Out. So if you want to lay it down with them a little bit here, please do. So Peter, let's go back to that wrap there. You just put it to the side. Let's bring it back.
It's right here.
How are you going to unwrap that? Or do you cook it like that? What do you do?
Well, no, you are. You're just going to take it and you're just going to unwrap it.
No.
Yeah, you pull the thing out.
Could you cook it with that parchment paper?
I am cooking it without the parchment paper, Jay. This is just setting the sandwich. So once we pull the bacon back, there it is.
Let's see. Hey, you got to pull it down. You can't.
You just trim off the parchment paper so it doesn't blow around in the oven.
We're missing.
There it is.
Look at that. There you go. So now what are you gonna do now?
What am I going to do now?
Yeah, with that.
Well, we're going to bake it in the oven for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes to get the bacon nice and crispy, just like Hollywood. And there it is.
A little higher. Look at that.
Huh?
Reinvented with bacon eggs. And there's steak in there. There's ribeye in there.
1 pound of ribeye in that baby, Jay. So
Okay.
one more time down here on the board.
Obviously,
Slice it off. Look at that.
how many meals you're going to get out of that? How many dishes are you going to get out of that?
Well, I don't know. I think there's actually people at the door outside knocking and trying to get in. So I don't know what's going to happen next. But what we want to do, this is really what we want to do, Jake. We took the soft eggs. There they are. Sunny side up eggs.
Those look like a chef that's been cooking eggs for like 60 years. Those are perfect eggs.
Perfect is perfect, Jay.
Oh, look at those.
There's no substitute for perfect.
I think those are plastic.
So I'm gonna cut this right in the middle. I want you to see it. Got to see it happen. Got to see it happen.
Yeah, let's see this.
Before we start dishing it out. Look at that.
Now you can do like that's a medallion, right? So you could literally.
It is.
Stick it up like that, yeah. 2 pieces.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
so
right here. You can see it. Look at that. Bring it up there for you guys.
Now, like most places may even do just one, right? Like Peter's in Winnipeg, so they'll, they like the big meals, like everyone, like I do. But in some places, you may want to just do one medallion with 2 eggs, right, Peter?
Sure. Woo! Those jalapenos and pickles. My goodness.
But no, that's an awesome idea, Peter, because it really is reinventing the steak and eggs. I think you did it.
Thanks a lot, because if Chef Schulz was here, we would have smashed it. We would have dished it out right at him.
Right? But I think looking at, as we watch Peter enjoy his meal, can we get Peter, can you bring that up again? The medallions? So you're going to get, how many do you think you can get out of there?
Probably about 15.
15.
12 to 15.
So you're probably down very low in your cost on that and being able to offer something different like that for breakfast.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Like that's very inexpensive, right?
This is not as expensive as you would think it would be with what we did, because the amount of breakfasts that are served equals the amount of bacons that are wrapped and the actual steak that's inside. So there was 6 eggs, there was 15 slices of bacon, and there was 2 8-ounce steaks. And if you take a look at how many servings you're going to get from that, it's going to be very similar to your 2 eggs, your 3 bacon, right, and your 6-ounce steak that you would get normally with your breakfast. So this is a huge way to be able to do it, because one, I cooked it off ahead of time, so when the orders come or your guests arrive, it's ready. You just pick up and you dish it out.
Now, Peter,
you can run around.
You could put that in like a heating, somewhere to keep it warm through the breakfast, right?
Yeah, we keep it up on top of the convection oven, just like a Stromboni when we make stuffed sandwiches and those types of things. Yeah, this is.
But exactly you could also you could just do one, let's say, and say after 15 servings today, we're out. Unfortunately, right?
Sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that, Peter. Great idea, man. Holy cow.
Thanks, Jay.
I think we're going to keep you.
Well, hey, if I don't keep bringing the dishing it out, there'll be no show.
I know.
Yeah.
I think you dished it out a little bit, buddy.
I want to make sure that whatever we do here on this show, Jay, is either not being done or is inspiring to make people go, wow, gotta have that. And
Peter, just because we're not here to pitch, all the time about Cisco branded products like Peter did. We will get information later on shallots out to everyone. But Peter, can you show that bacon? Because if you wanted a cheap bacon and stuff like that and you wrapped it with the cheap bacon, it would probably not turn out that well, right? Because all the fat.
It's not going to set, Jay. You're absolutely right about that. So if it's got too much fat, or if it doesn't really have the pieces that you
see,
like, look at that.
Yeah.
Just end to end, right? Just perfect. And that's what I liked about it. If you noticed here, there was no grease. This is just the juice from the vegetables that are inside with the cheese. It's fantastic.
And you used no sauce.
I used no sauce because my sauce was my egg yolks. Now you want to put some ketchup or hot sauce, don't do it in front of me, but whatever.
Yeah. Can you put Peter, can you put up in one medallion by itself? Can you just hold one up?
I sure can, yeah.
Let's get a close up. Let's get a close up of that.
And then you know what? I'll cut it on an angle so you get a really nice view of what's in there.
Oh, now you're a chef.
How's that?
Little angle cut. Look at that. Now you can stand that up, right, Peter?
You sure could.
Yeah.
Look at that.
No, not that way. No, the other way. There we go. That way.
If you're looking for height on your plate, there it is.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Well, Peter, I think you pulled it off, buddy.
So Jay, I just, to just finish that off, is that I never made this before in my life.
Never.
No. We had another person talk about it at another show, and I said, I'm going to take that, use that, and we're going to crush breakfast trends. Schulz, next time we see you, you got lots to build up to, buddy.
Awesome.
That's a bunch of chef love.
Well, thank you, Peter, for we miss Schultz, and we wish you
thanks,
we'll have
Jay.
him on here. Unfortunately, he just couldn't make it today. But Peter, thank you again for rocking it out, dishing it out a little bit, and I'll let you close off, and then we'll run the outro.
Well, fantastic, Jay. Thanks a lot for jumping in. Really appreciate it. 100%.
Wrong camera.
On camera, on point. Stay on point. So
Stay on point.
We get so excited here at the show that we don't even know where we are anymore. But we are coming to you live from Dishing It Out. I'm your host, Chef Peter Ecker. Thank you very much for tuning in today, and I really hope you make that sandwich. Dishing It Out.